This is News 3 Now at 5.
And thanks for staying with us. Rain has moved into the area, including Madison and southwestern Wisconsin.
The heavy rain the next 2 days could cause some potential flooding in some counties. Let's check in with meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
We're watching showers and a few isolated thunderstorms lifting northward through southern Wisconsin. Most of us are seeing rain now, and there are some bands of heavier rain. Looks like one right now runs from about Madison to the south and east. There are some heavier cells that are embedded in that line that could be producing winds of 35 to 45 miles per hour as they track off toward the northwest. Again, everything kind of rotating around that center of circulation of what was once Cristobal, which is down to the south across Iowa. You can see those showers and isolated thunderstorms lifting northward. Not a lot of lightning there. Over the next 3 hours, we'll continue to see bands of showers and thunderstorms moving through southern Wisconsin. Flash flood watch is in effect actually through 7 a.m. tomorrow morning for areas west of Dane County. East of Dane County, wind advisory is in effect until midnight. You can see temperatures right now have cooled off into the upper 60s and lower 70s. They'll stay nearly constant through the evening, but you can see some stronger wind gusts in the 40-mile-per-hour range south of Waukesha. There have been wind gusts to 50 miles per hour in Rockford and 60 miles per hour at O'Hare Airport in Chicago as lines of showers moved on through. So look for showers and isolated thunderstorms with heavy rain to continue through the evening hours. Then just a chance of showers overnight. Tomorrow we'll actually start out with some sunshine, but see some showers and thunderstorms pop up in the afternoon with a high of 76. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast that includes a long period of dry weather and a warm-up for next week.
Gary, thank you. The body of George Floyd makes its final journey today in Houston. Family members arrived wearing white for a private service in the city where Floyd grew up. The Reverend Al Sharpton delivered the eulogy. Floyd's death in Minneapolis, where a police officer knelt on his neck for nearly 9 minutes, has inspired a nationwide movement against racial injustice. But today in Houston, it was a time for reflection.
Nothing is more important right now than the family. Just making sure we're doing whatever we can as a city, as a department, to put our arms around this family and help them to get through this moment.
And the 46-year-old Floyd was to be laid to rest next to his mother.
The city of Madison is looking to change its oversight of police by adding an independent monitor.
And the city's finance committee is talking about this tonight. Amy Reed is live to explain what this monitor will do and what changes police reform advocates want to see. Amy?
The Finance Committee is taking this up right now, along with the first discussions for next year's budget, though the funding for this independent auditor has already been set aside in last year's budget. Now, the mayor has posted a job description for the position with the agenda for tonight's meeting. It outlines the auditor will report to the mayor, council, and a civilian oversight board, another group the Finance Committee has to sign off on tonight. The description says the auditor will monitor the police department's compliance with city and police policies. They will oversee a process for receiving and investigating complaints against the department and recommend changes when appropriate. They'll also have to compile quarterly reports for council, annual reports for the mayor, and regular reports to the oversight board. For independents, they can't have worked for the Madison Police Department. I spoke with one of the alders on the committee before this meeting, and he said the hope is to get the details worked out tonight to get this finalized quickly, even as they tackle challenges with next year's budget.
There have been hundreds of years that people have waited for us to correct a lot of inequities in our society. And so, I don't want to say whatever cost. Obviously, we need to be reasonable about that. But I do think that the stuff that we've approved so far and the funding that we've approved so far is a responsible way of spending funds and incredibly necessary.
There are some concerns from the groups that are protesting this week, some of the alders and the people on the committee that analyze the recommendations from an independent report. They worry the way the position is written now, it goes through the mayor and council, which could affect how independent this auditor could be. One committee member said through their study, they found police oversight is difficult. This step in coming up with this system is what matters. They told me it's worth taking the time to make it right and come up with a structure that allows the position to have power independent of the mayor.
Amy Reed reporting live. Amy, thank you. Gloria Reyes, the president of the Madison School Board, says the board will create a subcommittee that'll search for alternatives to having police officers in schools. This comes as groups across the country continue to call to remove officers from schools and push to defund police departments. The committee will be made up of teachers, parents, and students and will review what the district's safety strategy could look like without SROs in schools.
Governor Tony Evers has announced the National Guard will no longer be helping with protests across the state. Nearly 1,500 troops mobilized over the last week to Madison, Green Bay, Kenosha, and Racine to help with the protests. During the 10th day of protests in Madison last night, protesters painted "Defund Police" on Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard outside of the city-county building and near the Capitol. No one from the city stopped the painting last night.
So what does defunding the police actually mean? Well, it depends on who you talk to.
Governor Tony Evers appeared on Live at 4 just a short while ago, and Mark Kane is here now to tell us where the governor thinks funds should be redirected. Mark?
Susan and Eric, Governor Evers says police departments are not going to go away. We still need officers on the street. What the governor envisions instead is using funds to shore up the parts of society that'll make life better for those most in need. He feels the top priorities are issues like homelessness, addiction, and mental health.
When we invest in those, especially in communities that struggle, that creates a better situation and a better situation for everybody. And it, frankly, will makes people more safe in their homes and their communities and lessens the need for intervention by police. So I think
Evers says the emphasis should be building better healthcare systems, schools, and mental health facilities. We also talked with the governor about the coronavirus pandemic. We asked him about the plans for the upcoming fall school semester. He told us the Department of Public Instruction should be announcing its plans by the end of the month.
Mark, thank you. Lawmakers on Capitol Hill ramp up the debate over reforming law enforcement policies. Congressional Republicans say they're working on their own police reform proposals a day after the Democrats unveiled a massive new bill. The Democrats' legislation would make it easier to prosecute officers for brutality, create a registry to track police misconduct, and set new standards for the use of force.
Right now, I haven't seen a package of reforms that I think will go anywhere, but I think there's always an opportunity, so we'll see what develops.
There's some of the things in the Democratic bills I could support, some I can't. A national registry of, tracking how often does this occur.
And the White House also says it is looking at police reform proposals, though the Trump administration has yet to issue any plan of its own.
The Dane County Board of Supervisors have all signed a letter asking for reform in the jails.
A staggering number of black people are incarcerated, but only make up a small percentage of the population. Jamie Perez joins us outside the Dane County Jail, where she shares what they're asking for in this letter. Jamie?
Well, black people make up more than 40% of our local Dane County jail population, but only 6% of the state population. So these staggering statistics make them say that this is a conversation that is long overdue. Now, in that letter that you guys just mentioned, they said we cannot continue to incarcerate the number of black people that we do. They said we need to break down racism in the criminal justice system, and we need reform now. They said no more meetings, no more listening sessions. They want that change now. Representative Sheila Stubbs said we need to implement social reform policies in order to do that.
One way of doing it is the community restorative courts. I'm sure you've read about it. That focuses on 17 to 25-year-olds. We're trying to look at our policies, our practices, and our trainings with an equity lens that is so different than how we've ever looked at policy. We are allowing ourselves to realize a system that has been unjust needs to be dismantled.
Stubbs said we need to find alternatives to incarceration to really focus on integrating black people back into the community. And the Board of Supervisors is not the only elected group of officials that feels this way. Coming up tonight at 6, I'll tell you how city council members feel about this as well.
All right, Jamie Perez, live downtown. Jamie, thank you.
Some are calling for the disbarment of an attorney who spit on a high school student during an anti-racism rally and march in a Milwaukee suburb. Lawyer Stephanie Rapkin showed up at the protest Saturday in Shorewood and parked her car in the street, blocking the march. When protesters approached her and urged her to move her car, video shows Rapkin spitting on a black teenager, Eric Lucas, a junior at Shorewood High School. State Representative David Bowen, who attended the protest, called for Rapkin to be disbarred.
Collectivo Coffee, which has 3 locations in the Madison area, launched a new limited edition coffee called Unity. That's in collaboration with the NAACP. 100% of proceeds will be given to the Milwaukee, Madison, and Chicago chapters of the NAACP, cities where Collectivo has coffee shops.
Tonight, CBS This Morning's Gayle King will anchor the primetime special, Justice for All. It explores how the activism that we're seeing now could change racism within the ranks of law enforcement forever. It will air tonight, beginning at 9 o'clock right here on CBS.
The Wisconsin Department of Justice's Division of Criminal Investigation has released the names of the victim and police officer involved involved in a traffic stop shooting in Watertown. Police say Officer Pedro Gallegos initiated a traffic stop for a burnout taillight the night of May 31st. Officers had been searching for the victim, 32-year-old Thomas Jeffrey Sutherland, in connection to a domestic incident. During the stop, police say a taser was used, but it was not effective. Officials say shots were fired from the vehicle and Gallegos returned fire. Sutherland was taken to a hospital and later died from his injuries. Police say they found a gun in Sutherland's vehicle. Gallegos has been placed on administrative leave.
The Madison Fire Department's investigative team has narrowed down a fatal fire to 2 possible causes. Investigators say it was either an electrical fault in the screened-in porch or improperly discarded smoking materials that caused the fire in the 2100 block of Seminole Highway last week. Fire officials say the fire was accidental. Brent Brogy and Kiani Braxton both died from injuries they suffered in the fire. 2 other people were injured.
A top World Health Organization expert has tried to clear up misunderstandings about comments she made that were widely understood to suggest that people without COVID-19 symptoms rarely transmit the coronavirus.
I was responding to a question at the press conference. I wasn't stating a policy of WHO or anything like that. I was just trying to articulate what we know. And in that, I used the phrase very rare. And I think that that's misunderstanding to state that asymptomatic transmission globally is very rare. What I was referring to was a subset of studies.
A UW health doctor is also providing clarification to the WHO statements as well. Dr. Jeff Potoff says in the small studies the WHO expert was referring to, fewer people were categorized as asymptomatic than we might think. If a person who tested positive for COVID did not realize they had symptoms at the time, but then in retrospect reported a sore throat or a headache, for example, that counts as symptomatic. And Dr. Potoff says there is still conflicting evidence on how likely a truly asymptomatic person is to spread the disease.
The takeaway message is that the headline should not reassure people that if they feel fine, that they cannot transmit COVID-19. That's an overgeneralization of what WHO is trying to say.
And Dr. Potoff stresses it's still just as important to wear a mask and practice social distancing when out in public.
U.S. employers laid off 7.7 million workers in April, a sign of just how deep the economic hole is as offices, restaurants, stores, and schools are reopening after being shuttered because of the coronavirus. The Labor Department also said in a report today that job openings plummeted and hiring all but disappeared in April. The number of available jobs fell 16% from March to 5 million. Hires declined 31% to 3.5 million.
16 more people have died due to complications from COVID-19. The state's death toll is now 663. There were 279 new cases reported today, which is slightly more than the 255 seen yesterday. A total of 21,369 have tested positive for COVID-19 in Wisconsin, and over 2/3 of those have fully recovered. Health officials announced the state's positive percentage of new COVID-19 tests has dropped to 1.9%. That makes it the 5th day in a row where the percentage has been below 3%.
Sauk County Public Health says the county will have to stay in phase 1 for at least another week. Officials say there are more new cases in the county in the last 14 days, and there currently are not enough tests being conducted. Health officials also say there was an increased level of community spread. They'll reassess the data and will decide if they should move into phase 2 on June 15th.
The Verona City Administrator confirms to News 3 Now that Costco has submitted a plan for a brand new store in the city of Verona. It will be located on the corner of Highways M and Old PB. If passed, construction is scheduled to start in the fall of 2021 or 2022. The store would likely open the following summer.
Still ahead on News 3 Now at 5, Chief Meteorologist Gary Canaldi with the latest on the heavy rain moving through our area. And coming up tonight at 6, a local radio station joins others across the country to play a civil rights anthem as George Floyd is laid to rest. And mixed numbers in Tuesday trading on Wall Street as the Dow gives back 300 points. The NASDAQ was up 29, while the S&P lost 25. And we'll be right back.
Take a break from cooking at home and order takeout from your local Monk's Bar and Grill. Monk's is offering curbside pickup takeout service for your safety and convenience during these difficult times. Visit monksbarandgrill.com for takeout menus and online ordering.
Andrew Larson here, owner of Larson Home Services. It's so nice to see things getting back to normal. We're grateful we've been able to continue to conduct business the right way and put LeafGuard gutter systems on homes throughout the area. LeafGuard is guaranteed so you can give up cleaning your gutters forever. And we'll continue to keep things rolling by offering the best deal ever on new LeafGuard gutter systems. Right now, get up to $1,000 off, free financing for 12 months, and a $100 Visa gift card with your LeafGuard purchase.
Fry Construction is having a sale they've never done before for times we've never seen before, making it the perfect time for home repairs and improvements. With exclusive offers to save you money on roofing, siding, windows, gutters, and design services, all with 0 down, 0% interest, and no monthly payments for 6 months. Plus free virtual consultations from the comfort and safety of your own home, or we will come see you following strict safety protocols. Visit fryconstruction.com for exclusive money-saving offers and contact us today.
When looking for a TV and internet provider, we know you have a choice. This is Jessica. She still has satellite TV.
Well, I get tons of HD.
Spectrum has tons of HD, and we love Spectrum's 24-hour local news channel. Plus, we get exclusive access to premium original content with Spectrum Originals.
I don't have that.
Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-976-4499.
Spectrum Internet starts at 200 megabits with no data caps and a free modem.
We have to get internet from another company, and it isn't nearly as fast.
Spectrum Internet, $44.99 a month.
I'd switch, but I'm stuck in a contract and would have to pay up to $480 to cancel.
Spectrum has no contracts, and they'll pay up to $500 to help you out of yours.
That's it. I'm switching to Spectrum.
Get Spectrum TV and internet from $44.99 a month each. Call 833-976-4499.
Take a break from cooking at home and order takeout from your local Monk's Bar and Grill. Monk's is offering curbside pickup takeout service for your safety and convenience during these difficult times. Visit monksbarandgrill.com for takeout menus and online ordering.
Tonight at 6, Madison City Council members ask the sheriff to move black inmates diagnosed with COVID-19 into the healthcare system. And protesters make their message to defund police very visible in downtown Madison.
News 3 Now kicks off its two-night salute to the class of 2020 with a very special half hour, sharing unique and touching ways area schools are celebrating their graduates and retiring staff. Join us Friday at 6:30 on News 3 Now.
Authorities say human remains have been found at an Idaho man's home that has been searched in an investigation into the disappearance of his new wife's 2 children. Police say Chad Daybell was taken into custody today. Daybell recently married the children's mother, Lori Vallow Daybell, and has been one of the central figures in the case that has vexed investigators for months and attracted worldwide attention. 7-year-old Joshua Vallow and 17-year-old Tylee Ryan have not been seen since September. Police say both Chad and Lori Daybell lied to investigators about the children's whereabouts.
Well, communities near New Orleans are coping with high waters from Cristobal. Residents in Old Mandeville woke up yesterday to the pounding of water on their doors, car alarms going off in the city from the tropical storm. Officials are asking residents to stay off those flooded roads there, even if it takes a while for those waters to subside. Let's get a look at our first warned weather now and see how that is affecting us right now. Gary?
Very interesting. Cristobal is still classified as a tropical depression. Notice that all the precipitation is not merged with the next weather system out to the west. It's going to continue into southern Wisconsin, and should it reach us as a tropical depression, be the first time in recorded history that a tropical depression has actually crossed into Wisconsin. We've been near the remnants of tropical depressions, but nothing that's still classified as tropical in nature. Right now, maximum sustained winds 30 miles per hour, but we're seeing some stronger wind gusts of 40 to 50 miles per hour in some of these bands of showers and thunderstorms. Notice the movement north-northeast at 28 miles per hour. Hopefully that will limit the heavy rainfall potential across our viewing area, although parts of eastern Iowa have already seen anywhere from 2 to 4 inches of rain. High-resolution Doppler radar right now, you can see some bands of heavier showers from Madison eastward. A little bit of a break through Madison, and then more showers and isolated thunderstorms coming in from the southwest. You can see this next band of showers moving up into Dodge County, the southern portion of Columbia County up around Columbus, to just north of DeForest into the Arlington area. And then over southwestern Wisconsin, you can see the next batches of heavier showers moving into southern Grant County, south of Platteville, and south of Darlington in Lafayette County. Everything lifting toward the north and north-northwest ahead of the remnants of, or the circulation center of Cristobal. Future radar over the next 3 hours shows these bands continuing northward. This takes us through about a little after 8:15, but notice the break then to the south and west as the center of circulation moves into southern Wisconsin. These are some of the rainfall estimates from radar, and you can see over parts of eastern Iowa, south of Cedar Rapids, down toward I-80, about 2 to 4 inches of rain. There have been a couple of reports of almost 5 inches of rain from those showers and thunderstorms that have moved through. Still a threat for an isolated severe thunderstorm. Strong winds. O'Hare Airport in Chicago had a wind gust of 60 miles per hour, and Rockford had a wind gust of 50 miles per hour in the bands of showers. And an isolated tornado can't be ruled out, but with the rain becoming a little more widespread, hopefully that will lessen the tornado threat. Still looking from here on out, another 1 to 2 inches of rain, maybe locally 3 inches of rain up toward the La Crosse area, about an inch from Madison toward the east, with lesser amounts toward the Milwaukee area. So we still have alert days in the forecast for the heavy rain, isolated severe thunderstorm, and gusty wind threat this evening. And then additional showers and thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon could lead to two-day rainfall totals generally of 1 to 3 inches across southern Wisconsin. You can see as the circulation of Cristobal continues toward Wisconsin, the next weather system out to the west producing severe weather into parts of eastern Nebraska. Eventually, the two weather systems will come together and then head off toward the north and east. So that will continue to give us a chance for showers and thunderstorms tomorrow as this low pressure system tracks right over us. Temperatures have cooled off in the rain. To the south, they're still in the 80s and 90s, but notice how humid it is. Dew point temperatures 70 or above. That's that tropical moisture getting pulled northward. So wind advisory east of Dane County until midnight. Flash flood watch areas west of Dane County through 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. For tonight, showers, thunderstorms, heaviest this evening. Low temperature at 70. It'll be windy as well. Just a chance of showers after midnight. Tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms popping up again in the afternoon with a high of 76. On future track, you can see everything lifting to the north tonight and then moving tomorrow afternoon, the next batch of showers and thunderstorms rolling on through. Future track shows about an inch of rain in Madison, 1 to 2 inches to the west, and a little lesser amounts to the east. 7 to 10 day forecast. Notice the drop in temperatures back into the low 70s for the weekend as we dry out. But a period of dry weather with a big warm up next week. High temperatures mid to upper 80s for the second half of next week. As we take a look at first warn traffic, here's the view of the Beltline at Park Street. Traffic moving pretty steadily in both directions, but obviously we've got rain on the street, so that is slowing down traffic a little bit through the Isthmus. There were some delays on East Washington Avenue over toward Easttown Shopping Mall. Otherwise, about a 15-minute commute either way on the Beltline between University Avenue and the interstate. Heading out of Madison, 25 minutes down to Janesville on I-3990 from the Beltline southward, and then 16 minutes to Sauk City on US 12, 15 minutes to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue and US 151. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
Okay, Gary, thank you. Ahead on News 3 Now at 5, how Badger football fan loyalty has lived on through the coronavirus pandemic and an uncertain fall ahead. We'll have that story next.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5. News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
General Heating and Air Conditioning. Our large fleet of service vehicles are nearby, and our mobile fabrication shops allow us to save you time and money. When your home comfort system needs servicing or replacing, turn to the experts at Carrier and General Heating and Air Conditioning.
When the doctor said Mama wasn't going to get better, I didn't know what to do. I've never been through this before, and I'm not ready. My brothers want to help, but how? I keep thinking, how will we get through this?
Agrace will help with kind, capable caregivers at your door who know how to handle the tough moments ahead. Agrace, Hospice and Palliative Care. When you don't know where to turn, call us. Agrace will help.
Save big money on your next project with 11% off everything right now at Menards. Menards has what you need to start and finish your home improvement projects. Plus, you'll save 11% on all of it. Menards also offers contactless pickup. Order and pay for your items online and have one of our team members load your order into your vehicle with zero contact. Stop waiting and start saving with 11% off everything now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
more help with your laundry at the laundry cleanup sale now at the Brothers Maine. Save time and money with the latest in laundry from Whirlpool, Maytag, and Amana with 0% financing for up to 18 months. Get even more help with free delivery on washer-dryer pairs and our risk-free 30-day price and satisfaction guarantee. That's why we're the More Store. It's the laundry cleanup sale with more selection, more savings, and more help with your laundry. Only at the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
At Papa Murphy's, we knead seriously, chop seriously, and shred seriously. Because we're serious about Tuesdays, even if you're not. Every Tuesday, get a large pizza for just $10. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
Seeing the joy that people feel when they share a meal with family and friends, that's why we do this. The laughter of kids around the table, the thrill of families driving through for a treat, the delight of not having to cook, and instead letting us safely serve you. It all comes back to taking care of each other. And for that, we'll be here with your favorites and always a smile.
I want a client who comes in to feel comfortable and to know that their case is in good hands so they can relax and get on with their life as best as they can and let me do the fighting for them. That's how I want them to feel.
Gingras, Thompson & Walks. General Heating and Air Conditioning. Our large fleet of service vehicles are nearby, and our mobile fabrication shops allow us to save you time and money. When your home comfort system needs servicing or replacing, turn to the experts at Carrier and General Heating and Air Conditioning.
Well, all you Badger football fans out there, you are ready for the season despite the concerns over COVID-19. According to UWBadgers.com, 85% of Badger football season ticket holders renewed their tickets for the upcoming season. It's about 39,000 tickets. The program usually has a renewal rate of 93% or better. Since the late 1990s, the Badgers are scheduled to open the 2020 season under the lights at Camp Randall September 4th against Indiana. But the NCAA, of course, has not made a decision on the future of the college football season or any collegiate fall sports.
NASCAR will allow a limited number of fans to return to races later this month. The plan for Sunday in Miami is to allow up to 1,000 South Florida service members to attend the Cup Series race. Talladega in Alabama will allow up to 5,000 guests on June 21st. All fans will be screened before entering, required to wear face coverings, and to stay 6 feet apart.
All right, stay with us for a final check of your first warn forecast. We are back in a moment.
Slumberland's huge clearance event. Massive markdowns all over. Closeouts, floor samples, one-of-a-kind items. Plus, get totally free doorstep shipping. Hurry into our huge clearance event and save. Only at Slumberland Furniture.
Here's to all the farm and fleet dads, the ones who get the job done right, the ones who work hard and take pride in what they do, the ones who take the time to pass it on. Show your appreciation this Father's Day with a gift you know he'll love from his favorite store, Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Like $60 off this Craftsman Mechanics tool set. Get 10% off Valspar True Basics paint. This Danby dehumidifier, only $169.99. Plus, a Blaine's Farm and Fleet gift card is always the perfect gift.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
For years, iMart Express has provided quality eyewear and same-day service to your community. With sights set on the path forward, we continue to rally together to keep your future in focus. Get 2 pairs of single-vision glasses for under $40 and 2 pairs of progressives for under $80. We've implemented additional measures to ensure the safety of everyone that comes into our stores. We thank our local heroes for your dedication to our community. For more information, visit imartexpress.com.
Though challenges surround us, life still goes on. There's still time to dream, still plans to be made. And if you're retiring soon, still deadlines to be met. We talk with people every day who need to replace their employer benefits when they retire. We can answer your questions too, so you can feel good about the decisions you make. For a retirement benefits checklist, visit us online or call Physicians Mutual Insurance Company today.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Hi, Andrew Larson here with Larson Home Services. Safe to say 2020 has been a year unlike any we've ever seen. We're so grateful we've been able to conduct business safely and responsibly and do our small part to keep Wisconsin's economy rolling. And we'd like to thank all of the homeowners who have chosen to make Leaf Guard the choice for the last gutters their home will ever need.
We looked at several different types of gutters, and we knew that we had problems with leaves. We have lots of trees around our house, and I'm the one who goes and cleans out the gutters, and I wanted to eliminate that hassle in the fall of cleaning the gutters, and Leaf Guard has done a wonderful job.
Love to hear that. Right now, your Leaf Guard gutter system comes with some great money-saving extras. Get up to $1,000 off, free financing for 12 months, and call before this program is over and get a $100 Visa gift card with your new Leaf Guard gutter system. Don't wait. Call now to schedule your free estimate.
Slumberland's huge mattress clearance event. Crazy markdowns on all kinds of mattresses, like a Sealy Queen mattress as low as $149. Plus, overstocks, closeouts, floor samples. Hurry to Slumberland's clearance mattress event. Don't miss out.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, George Floyd has been laid to rest after moving tributes by family, politicians, and the Reverend Al Sharpton. We're in Houston with the latest. Plus, breaking news in the case of those missing kids from Idaho, why their stepfather has been taken into custody. And more from our exclusive interview with Joe Biden, what he says about systemic racism in law enforcement, and if the last 2 weeks have affected his choice for vice president. That's tonight on the CBS Evening News.
And a rainy night is on the way. Final check with Gary.
Yeah, most of it will be this evening. You can see some heavier thunderstorm cells moving through the northern portion of our viewing area. Right now, it looks like the strongest cell is in the northern portion of Marquette County. Those are heading to the north at about 36 miles per hour. So they could bring some gusty winds. Otherwise, some heavy downpours expected through the evening.
All right, back in 30 minutes. CBS Evening News is next.